Hey, this is Judy Mason. It's time for your Sparkle Nugget of the Week. As always, it's inspired by my book, Sparkle, a 31-day journey to ignite your greatness and maximize your potential. And today I want to talk about two things. What would you do with no limits? I kind of merged two of the topics today because I wanted to share those two with you in concert because they really operate together. I want to leave you with a series of questions today for you to think about and begin to also assess what would you be able to do if you didn't have limits in your life. So first, let me go with the questions. The questions are, what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? What would you do if you stopped wondering about the opinions of others? What would your life look like if you removed all your excuses and chose to live your authentic life unapologetically? What would you do if you became keenly aware of the greatness within you? What would you do? Based on the answers to those questions, can you say where you are today and where you would be with the answers to those questions are the same? What's stopping you from being where you want to be? What limits have you put on yourself? Start thinking about any boundaries or perceived limits that you have. We hear about the corporate glass ceiling and you can only go so far, but also not only from a corporate perspective, but from a relational one. Or there's some relationships that you can only go so far with this individual. Or there's some organizations you're a part of that it's only going to get you to a certain point. But with that being the case, realize that it's up to you and you have the choice to change the outcome of those situations. If with this individual or these individuals, you are only going to go so far, that just means meet some more people who can help get you a little further. If with this organization, it's only going to take you to a certain point, help find another organization, network with other people that can propel you to the place that you desire to be. If you feel that you're in a place there's a glass ceiling and you can't move any further, find another job. Begin to really map out what it is you desire and don't be bound by the limits. Remove the limits and start planning out from a limitless future as to where it is you want to be. Yeah, limits will always be there, but there's always a workaround. It's up to us to make sure that we're creating the workaround to get us to our desired goals. And so when you begin to remove the limits, what does that look like? Let me leave you with a few more questions. Remove your glass ceiling. What does that look like for you? Allow yourself the freedom to dream again, to believe in your dreams, to have hope for the completion of your dreams. What are the end results? Write down your dream list. What can you do daily to fulfill your dreams? Daily, do something toward the realization of your dream. If you remove the limits and start really thinking about the opportunities that are endless that are before you, in the what would you do part, coming back to remove the limits part, the greatness within you will, I can't even begin to speak to it because it's unlimited, it's limitless. There's so many opportunities that you have before you. There's so much potential within you. And there's so much purpose and destiny waiting for you, not only to discover, but to share it with the rest of the world. So remove the limits and begin to ask yourself, what would I do without limits? What would I do if I wouldn't fail? What would I do if I wasn't concerned about the opinions of others? What would I do if I removed the boundaries and the limits and everything that I put in my way that has hindered me from moving forward? What if I made my priorities a number one priority? A lot of people say, I don't have time for this. Oh, I'm busy with this, I'm busy with that. But are you too busy to live the life that you were destined to live? The choice is yours. Remove the limits and start asking, what if? This is Judy Mason, helping you to maximize your potential, monetize your purpose, and walk in the greatness of who God has called you to be. Connect with me on my website at judymason.com. That's JUDIMASON.com. Remove the limits and start asking, what if? Take care. God bless.